Hey, what's going on, Pat Nation? What's going on, all the NFL fans? As I told y'all before, I will be dropping videos weekly, reactionary videos on what happened in the previous week, and then a preview of the next week's action. So this week we're going to talk about week one overreactions. Is it time to be concerned about some teams, or is it just week one jitters? All teams do different things. Some teams get off the quick start, some teams get off the slow starts. Regardless, every fan, every team, they always have something to say after week one. You're gonna be you gotta ride a roller coaster. It's gonna be the highs, it's gonna be lows. But we all know week one's always overrash. You cannot feed too much into week one. So weekly during the NFL season, and I might be doing a lot during the off season, kind of switch it up a little bit. I will be doing reactional videos to week one, some of the greatest performers, some of the best games, and then a preview of week two, some of the biggest matches starting this week. So week one, well, I'm going over the week one games, not all of them, but some of the biggest ones, some of the surprises. And then we're going to move on to week two. We'll predict some of the matchups, talk about some of these matchups and whatnot. But also, start out the show, number one, make sure you hit that like button. Please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And make sure you are sharing the content. As soon as you see the video, like it up, share the content. Make sure you are subscribed to the Ken's Pat Talk Pictures podcast. Also, we'll be dropping Ken's Pat Talk Pictures podcast later on today with my guy Pat's Planner on the midweek motion. So we're going to talk about the Patriots and Raiders game, do a recap of that, and look ahead to the Dolphins. Give me 1 second. Let me turn my light on. My light just came out. Give me 1 second. But yeah, guys, we are about to talk about. We're going to get into what happened over this week in NFL. Some surprises. One of my biggest surprises from this week, and I want y'all to drop y'all surprises in the comment section down low, and make sure you're liking the video up. Please hit the like button. One of my surprises, I think Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers looked real good. I did not expect Rodgers to look that good against the New York Jets defense led by Aaron Glenn and company. 4 touchdowns. Man, 22 for 30. Had some good yards. Calvin Austin was going off. DK Metcalf had some yards. Jalen Warren, I think the Steelers are my surprise team for this week. They look real good. Now, I expect them to win the game, but I didn't expect them to put up the 30 to 40 points like they did. I didn't expect their defense to give it that many points for Justin Fields-led team in New York. So the Steelers are my surprise team for this week. The surprise performer, Aaron Rodgers. Everybody thought Aaron Rodgers was washed up and done. He's washed. Get rid of him. The Jets didn't want him. Vikings didn't want him. They wanted to go with JJ McCarthy. We're going to get into JJ here shortly. But for him, in his first game with the Steelers, after didn't really participate a lot in training camp, but didn't even participate in the preseason. They had no chemistry with guys like Calvin Austin and Jonnu Smith and DK Metcalf. Man, I think that was big. That was a big performance by Aaron Rodgers. Now let's see what he does in week two when they play Seattle at home. But hats off to Mike Tomlin, man. They put all their hats in, they put all their eggs in one basket for Rodgers, and they came to fruition, man. He played pretty good. You gotta give it to him. I'm not the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan, but man, did he look good, man. And one thing I say about Rodgers, he does not turn that ball over. Say what you want, he's never been a high turnover guy, high interception guy. So hats off to the Steelers, man, and a big win on the road. First game as a Steeler. Aaron Rodgers 4 touchdowns, 22 for 30. Man, good game, man. Good game. He gets a good pound of back for me and a good thumbs up for me, man, because I like what I've seen from Aaron Rodgers. Another surprising performer, another surprising outcome. The Colts beat the Dolphins. Not that surprising, but I think league-wide and fan-wide, a lot of people say that was surprising. A lot of people probably thought the Miami Dolphins would beat the Colts. Not so fast. I thought the Colts were going to beat the Dolphins in that game. I felt that way the whole week, and I've been feeling that way lately when I was doing my predictions. I said, Daniel Jones, I like that offense for him. I like that team with the Colts. They got a decent offensive line. They got some good weapons with Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, A.D. Mitchell, the running game with Jonathan Taylor. They got some guys. I like the coaching there. I thought that was the best fit for Daniel Jones when he was rumored to be going to the Vikings, staying with the Vikings or going to the Colts. So I'm not surprised Daniel Jones played well. I'm surprised they beat the Dolphins, 33-8 or 38 or whatever it was. It was a disaster of a game for the Dolphins. Two interceptions, turned the ball over, sacked a couple of times. They really couldn't get their running game going. Tyreek Hill had like 40-something yards. Jalen Waddle didn't do much. Offensive line was a mess, and now they're dealing with a lot of injuries. Miami, I don't know. Disaster could be settling in for Miami. It could be about the strike in Miami. Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat. Going to the season, he's on the hot seat. Tua, they just gave him a contract with last year. He's been struggling to stay healthy, and now he's struggling with his play. He didn't look good. He did not look good against the Colts. They got to protect them better. Now they're missing the whole right side of the offensive line. We'll see what's happened. They got the Patriots this Sunday. So, I'm a Patriots content curator. So, and y'all follow me. Hey, by the way, dropping that video next later on the night. Make sure you go to the lives. It's gonna be done, or we'll be live tonight talking about Patriots Dolphins previewing that and talking about the Raiders. So make sure you stop by and check it out tomorrow as well. But I think in terms of Miami, disaster could be about to settle in down there in Miami, man. If they lose to New England Sunday, and it's possible, this is a big game for the Patriots and Dolphins. Patriots just lost to the Raiders. Miami coming off an embarrassing loss to the Colts. Two 0-1 teams. They're gonna be duking it out. I cannot wait for this game Sunday. I'm leaning on Patriots right now because I think at some point they have to win in Miami. But if the Dolphins lose this game, they get 0-2. And then guess who they play next Thursday night? They play the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night football, prime time. Buffalo beats them, they're 0-3, 0-2 in the division. I think, and we've seen in years past, teams like to get rid of when the team is struggling and there's the kind of rumors of the head coach in the hot seat, they'll make a move when it's going to be like a little bit of a mini bye week. So normally after that Thursday game or during a bye week during the season, they're going to make a move. I can see the Dolphins, and I'm going to put this video out probably tonight in the morning. I can see the Dolphins getting rid of Mike McDaniel if they lose Sunday and if they lose to the Bills next Thursday or Thursday night football. I can see Mike McDaniel being dismissed as the head coach, and whoever is going to be the interim coach, I don't know who that's going to be. I don't really know Dolphins coaching staff like that. Besides the head coach in DC, Anthony Weaver, I think Mike McDaniel could be coaching for his coaching for his career, coaching for his job. These I'm not gonna say career, but coaching for his job these next couple weeks, these next couple games. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in Miami. I didn't think they would come out flat like that. Are they fighting for Coach McDaniel? Are they not? I mean, it's a mess going on in Miami. Tyreek Hill got some things going on. They got rid of Rams. They got rid of Holland. Xavier Howard, he's with the Colts. He came out talking about the way to beat Miami, the way to beat Tua and shut down the offense is stack the middle of the field, take away the middle of the field. And that's what the coach did. And Tua, he struggled. So you got former players coming out talking. Ramsey went on the podcast and was talking about Mike McDaniel and the coach there in Miami. There's a lot going on in Miami, man. And this is the Patriots' window of opportunity kind of strike. You're coming off a loss a game that you should have won against the Raiders. Now you're going up against a Miami Dolphins team that seems like they're kind of flattering right now. They're teetering right now. This is a good time for New England. Drake May to come in and get a big road win in a place. And I don't care how Miami looks. I don't care. You haven't won that in a while. That place has been a house of horrors. Now it's the perfect time for you to come in, set the tone, put your mark on the league, or on this in this division because you haven't been able to beat Miami in a while and beat Miami and get the 1-on-1. So we're gonna see what happens in this game. Patriots at Dolphins Sunday, but it's a lot of pressure in this game, a lot of pressure on the Dolphins, man. So I cannot wait to see what happens there. Cowboys Eagles was a good game. Feel like forever ago now. Last Thursday night, I actually thought the Cowboys should have won that game. And CeeDee Lamb with uncharacteristic 4 drops. I think if he catches two of those drops that he had, Cowboys win that game. Because the Eagles really didn't impress me. Jalen Carter with the spitting incident before the game, before the first play even ran. Jalen Carter gets ejected. Now, news has came out this week that he's not going to be suspended. He got fined. He'll be playing this week against Kansas City. Going to break down that game here shortly. But Cowboys could have won that game. I didn't think that defense looked too bad. I mean, yeah, on the scoreboard, like Jalen Hurts was marching up the field, but it's mainly Jalen Hurts killing them. They did a good job on Saquon Barkley, and they kind of shut down Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. So I'm expecting to see a lot more of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith this week against the Chiefs. But I think the Cowboys got something to kind of harp on right now. I think they look real good. They didn't turn the ball up. Miles Sanders fumbled, but that's about it. That didn't throw interception, even though he should have had a couple picks. Eagles defenders dropped a couple of them. Quinyon Mitchell dropped one at close to the end of the game. I want to see Dallas get George Pickens more involved. I think they sacked that maybe one time. Dallas got the run game going a little bit, but I think they defensive front, they did good on Saquon Barkley, and they got to hurt at one time. So I want to see more from the defensive line and see them get more George Pickens involved. CeeDee Lamb, you got to catch those passes, man. But other than that, I think Dallas, and they didn't have a lot of penalties. I thought Dallas looked pretty real good against the Eagles. Baltimore and Buffalo. Whoa, that was a crazy one. No. Let's start with Green Bay, Detroit. Michael Parsons, while we talking about Dallas, Michael Parsons had a sack. Green Bay kind of they kind of put a whipping on Detroit, as I thought, and I made my season predictions. I thought Detroit would take a step back because they lost Ben Johnson, they lost their DC, lost the OC, lost the DC, lost a couple coordinators, lost a couple assistant coaches. I thought Detroit was going to take a step back, and boy, they did not look good defensively or offensively against Green Bay. Joe Love looked real good. I think the run game with Jacobs looked good. Uh, the passing game looked good. They protected Jordan Love for the most part. Didn't really turn the ball over. Michael Parsons, that defensive line, was getting after golf and that Detroit Lions offense. I like what I've seen from Michael Parsons getting a sack there to seal that game. Green Bay got Washington tomorrow. Green Bay has Washington tomorrow. I'm going to break in that game here shortly. That's going to be an interesting one, but I like what I've seen from the Packers. So looking to see if they can keep it up tomorrow night. The nightcap game, Buffalo and Baltimore. Oh, man. Josh Allen's come a long way, man. I did not see this from Allen. I did not see this from Josh Allen, man, coming out of Wyoming. His first couple of years weren't good. And keep in mind, Allen didn't really turn into Josh Allen until they got Stephon Diggs. And they put some talent around. His first couple of years, he was high interceptions. He was struggling with completion percentage. He wasn't really winning a lot in Buffalo. Then they get Diggs during the COVID year, 2020 year, and he's been up since there. He has steadily improved every year. And as a Patriots fan, this is what you want to believe in. This is what you got. Like, listen, this is what you want to see from May. May's still young. He's still kind of raw. So Josh Allen didn't just come out and light the world on fire right away. But we're hoping Drake May can take that next step. Hopefully it's this year. If not, it's next year. But Drake May, I think against the Raiders, first half was really good, but it seemed like after the interception against the Raiders in the second half, it went downhill from there. It didn't really do a lot. So I'm hoping May can take the Allen leap soon. That's what I'm hoping. But that is what we have to go off of, because Josh Allen and Drake May, two similar prospects, came out kind of raw. Similar athletes. Allen's a little bigger. But I think if you got any hope, glimmer of hope, look at the Bills, look at Josh Allen. He didn't come right out the gate and just start out getting hot. It took him a couple of years. They got some talent. He worked on his mechanics, and now look at where Josh Allen is now. I thought Baltimore had that game. For some reason, Baltimore has failed to close out a lot of these games, man. That's just been something they've been struggling to do. They was up I think it was 25-40. Baltimore was up, and Derrick Henry fumbles the ball. I think it was 25-40 or 20-34, something like that. It was a 2-possession game. Derrick Henry fumbles. Everything just snowballed down here from there. Everything went down here from there. Lamar didn't turn the ball over. Derrick Henry fumbled. And Derrick Henry had a magnificent game, had a big game. They just couldn't finish. Defense really couldn't get a stop on Allen all freaking night for the most part. Keon Coleman has had a nice game. Dalton Kincaid. Man, Buffalo. Whew. And then they got the Jets this week. Buffalo could potentially start out 5-0. They got the Jets this week, probably get 2-0. Then they got Miami on a short week, probably get 3-0. Don't know who they got. I think they got the Saints week 4. And then you home Sunday Night Football against the Patriots. They could be 3-0 in division and 5-0 league-wide within the next couple weeks. Now, their defense didn't play good against Baltimore. That's a hard Baltimore offense to defend. I mean, there's a lot of teams Baltimore put that number on. But they got the Jets this week. They just beat the Baltimore in a tough game. They had to finish that out. They got the Jets, which I don't think Justin and the Jets are going to put up 30-something points on the freaking – I don't think they're going to do it every week. So they beat the Jets, beat the Dolphins on a short week. Then you got the Saints. Then you're home for the Patriots. Buffalo could be 5-0 in the next couple of weeks. 3-0 in divisional play. 5-0 league-wide. And I think right now they're the best team in the league. Buffalo. So – be interested to see what happens with the Buffalo Bills. The Baltimore Ravens, they just got to finish games, man. They got to finish. They got the Browns this week. Baltimore has to finish games. Past couple of years, they kind of start out slow, but they got to finish games. Lamar played pretty good. Like I say for Zay Flowers, D-Hop with a crazy catch. Andrews. Offensive line protect Lamar for the most part. Defense, they brought in Jair Alexander. Didn't really do much. Got Allen kind of targeted him in that game, going to Palmer and Josh Palmer. The big Fred addition that Buffalo Bills had at wide receiver. I want to see more from the Baltimore Ravens defense, and they just got to finish this game, man. They've struggled. They have to beat, but they got to beat the Bills and the Chiefs, and you got to finish games. So That's an interesting one. Baltimore, I think Baltimore, but they probably gonna play again later on this year when we get to January. Chiefs lost to the Chargers on YouTube. About time the Chargers kind of go over that hump and beat because the Chiefs had won 7 straight. So about time the Chiefs, the Chargers beat the Chiefs. I'm not ready to panic on the Chiefs yet. They got some injury issues. They lost their season opener a couple years ago and then won the Super Bowl. So I'm not really sweating that. Xavier Worthy got hurt. Rasheed Rice dealing with suspension. I thought the offensive line was solid. The defense was not good. Justin Herbert had all the time in the world. And they really won't get pressure until they started blitzing them. Um, they did good against the run game. Chiefs couldn't really get their run game going. Travis Kidd had a couple catches and touchdown. Um, I think Chiefs got to do better getting after the passer. But that was good for. I like what I seen from Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Man, if they can play like that every week, get contributions from the receiving game and the running game, and protect Herbert like that, and defense get after the passer, creation turnovers. Chargers gonna be a tough out this year. And it's the Chiefs' reign in the AFC West could be coming to an end. Could be because Denver's already 1-0. Chargers 1-0, and the Raiders are 1-0. It's early, but she's got a little bit of ground to make up right now, man. Because the teams in the division, they all won. And I think all of them look pretty good. Raiders look good against New England. Broncos look good against Titans. And Chargers look good against the Chiefs. So on the week 2, Chiefs, Eagles, going to be the biggest matchup. We're about to talk about, oh, man, Super Bowl rematch. Super Bowl rematch. Eagles demolished the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I actually thought the Eagles should have won the first Super Bowl a couple years ago, but that's the one that the Chiefs won on that crazy penalty. I think James Bradbury over Juju Smith-Schuster. It's revenge. Chiefs want revenge, but I don't think they have the team to get revenge. I think this Eagles team, they didn't even play their best game and they beat the Cowboys at home on ring night last week. I think the Chiefs, they're home. I think Philly's favored by a point and a half. I'm going to take the Eagles in this game, but I don't like the Eagles secondary. Opposite of Quinyon Mitchell, Dallas had some opportunities last week. CeeDee Lamb was eating for the most part until he started dropping the ball. And I thought Pickens was open half the game too. That's what I would have been interested to see if they got Pickens more involved if there's a different outcome of that game last week between the Cowboys and the Eagles. I want to see how Patrick Mahomes and how they attack that Eagles secondary because they're looking at the film and Adoree Jackson got attacked. They're probably gonna stay away from Quinyon Mitchell, but Adoree Jackson got attacked. He got attacked that whole game. It didn't look good. Now Jalen Carter's back for this game. Carter's gonna be back for this game. I like to see Fernando Smith getting pressed. They got Josh Uche. They got some guys, and they got a little bit depth on that D line after losing a lot this offseason with Milton Williams and Josh Sweat. I want to see how it is. I like Jahad Campbell. He played pretty good last week for the Eagles. I thought the offensive line was solid. But if they give Hurts as much time they gave Herbert, Hurts gonna have a field. I expect AJ Brown and Devontae Smith to have bigger games this week. They're gonna be way more involved. I don't think they combined for 50 yards last week. AJ Brown didn't get his first target until the final drive when he closed out the Cowboys. So I don't think that's gonna happen again. I think AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, one of them will have a decent game this week. I don't think that's going to happen again. Saquon Barkley didn't really get going. He had 60 something yards against the Cowboys. Against us in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs did a real good job on Saquon Barkley. So I'm expecting to see maybe a bounce back game from the Eagles offense, some of their star players, Saquon Barkley, Brown, and Devontae Smith. But all in all, I'm expecting a good close game Sunday. I'm gonna lean towards the Eagles. I'm gonna lean towards Philly. I didn't like what I seen from the Chiefs last week. Now I know it's week 1, but I did not like what I seen from the Chiefs last week, man. In terms of defense, against the run, they were solid, but they could not get a hand. They really could not get to Justin Herbert. Like they sat him maybe one time. Other than that, they could not get to him. And the Chargers were dealing with their own offensive line issue. Where I think the tackle Slater, he was out. He's out for the year. They moved you all to the left tackle. The Chiefs really could not get a lot of pressure on them. So Eagles offensive line probably the best in the league. So I want to see how that matchup goes. But I'm a favorite with the Eagles in that one. Also tomorrow night, Commanders, Packers, Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime. I'm prediction time. Green Bay's favorite. I think Green Bay's favored by 3 points. I land towards Green Bay, but I didn't think Washington looked the best against the Giants. So let's see if Jaden Daniels and that offense can pick it up this week against Green Bay. I guess a tough Green Bay offense led by Michael Parsons, Rashawn Gary. I'm gonna go with Green Bay, but I could change my mind. I'm gonna go with Green Bay with them being home because they looked good last week. Now, can they do it again? Jordan Love, he's had some turnovers in his time as being a starting quarterback in this league. Didn't turn the ball over last week. He had a couple that could have been turnovers, but didn't do it last week. Nevertheless, I'm gonna lean towards Green Bay right now. I'm leaning towards Green Bay right now, but 3 points, so it can go either way. Wouldn't be shocked if Washington go in there and win, but I'm gonna lean towards Green Bay. I want to see if Washington can really attack Green Bay secondary. Detroit didn't have time to do that last week because of the pass rush. But Green Bay got some. I think they got some problems in that secondary. They don't have Jair Alexander back there no more. I still got McKinney. I want to see some pressure on them Green Bay Coons with Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and company. So this could be interesting to see what happens in that game. But I'm gonna lean towards Green Bay. Overall, week one was exciting, man. Some shockiness, a lot of shocking results, but it was exciting too. Week two, hopefully teams can rebound. Hopefully my Patriots can rebound. We got a big one in Miami. Haven't won in Miami since 2019. That place is like a house of horrors to the Patriots, man. It's like a house of freaking horrors, like a black cat running around there. So we have to go down to Miami and win. But week two, I'm looking a couple that I'm looking for. I want to see can Aaron Rodgers and Steelers, can Aaron Rodgers play? Can he keep it up this week against Seattle? I think Seattle's a pretty good team, a good defense. It didn't look good against San Francisco. Well, they didn't win the game against San Francisco at home, but I think they're led by a good defensive coach at McDonald. They got some weapons on offense. Let's see if Sam Darnold can do what Justin Fields did to that Steelers defense. Let's see if Sam Darnold can keep it going with the Seattle offense, man. So that's a sneaky good game early. Jacksonville, Cincinnati, low key, an interesting game. We got Vikings, Falcons Sunday night. Giants, Cowboys. That's gonna be interesting. The Cowboys have really owned the Giants in the command. Well, I'm meant to say the Giants. The Commanders have got a couple wins on them, but that plays good in the division. So I want to see that game. Could be time for Jackson Dart in New York. There's already whispers going on there. Could be time for Jackson Dart coming soon. So that's gonna be an interesting storyline to take. Um, Monday Night Football, you got Texans, Tampa Bay, Raiders, Chargers. Those are two interesting games. So, man, another looking forward to another interesting week of football, man. I'm be bring these videos every week, my recaps from the previous week and a preview of the upcoming week every week. So stay right here. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the Ken's Pack Talk Pages podcast, and make sure you are sharing the content. I really appreciate it, guys. You guys have a good one and enjoy week two.